just wondering if you could actually provide us a little bit of context just about the Neutral Footprint Program, just so our viewers just kind of have a better general idea.
Well, it started in 2009, and at that time, Enbridge made a commitment it made 3 commitments. Firstly, for every tree that we have to cut down when we build new facilities and pipelines, we are committed to replace or plant a tree. For every acre of natural habitat or wilderness that we disturb or impact, we are committed to help conserve an acre of natural habitat. And the last commitment relates to the amount of electricity we use and tying that to the renewable power that we generate. So our commitment there is for, we will generate electricity from renewable sources proportional to the amount of electricity that our operations consume over the 2008 benchmark year.
It's been nearly 3 years since Enbridge's former president, Patrick D. Daniel, announced the plan to stabilize the footprint program to 2009 levels. And the question is, aside from planting trees, conserving habitats, and generating renewable energy, what other broader significance does the Neutral Footprint Program have for Enbridge's overall commitment to sustainability and corporate social responsibility?
Right. Well, I think our neutral footprint commitments, and more importantly, the progress that we're making to honor those commitments, demonstrate, first of all, Enbridge's broader commitment to environmental sustainability. And I think it sends a very positive message to our various stakeholders, the most important ones being our employees. Our employees are our ambassadors. They do the work. They're our unofficial spokespersons. They represent the company. So they actually are very proud of the accomplishments associated with our Neutral Footprint Program. But it also sends a good message to our customers and regulators and the general public at large as well.
In 2011, actually Enbridge developed a dashboard that keeps track of the program's advancement, and it allows pretty much anyone to kind of track the ongoing progress of the initiative. And it seems to us that the initiative is it's been making great strides already in helping counteract the environmental impact from Enbridge's operations. How effective has the dashboard been, do you think, as a means of keeping people informed just about the Neutral Footprint Program's progress? And do you feel that there's more Enbridge could do to engage and communicate with the public about this really great program?
Yes. Well, on the dashboard, not only do we indicate the, for instance, for trees and acres and kilowatts, what our obligations are, i.e. how many trees we have removed and how many acres we have impacted, and our electricity consumption. But we also indicate how many trees we've planted, how many acres we've helped conserve, etc. Also, there are sidebar stories about tree planting events or projects. There are photographs and videos, those sort of things that hopefully make the dashboard site more interactive and reader-friendly. So right now, if you accessed it on Enbridge.com, you would see that since 2009 we have removed 595,000 trees, but we've planted 588,000 tree seedlings. Okay, we're 7,000 short, but within the next 6 weeks we will be planting another 200,000, and also using that opportunity to engage our employees and have employees and their families have the opportunity to come out and plant tree seedlings with us. With respect to acres, we have since 2009 impacted about 1,700 acres, but we've helped conserve over 50,000, and that's through a couple of fantastic partnerships that we have. In Canada, it's with the Nature Conservancy of Canada, and in the United States, it's with an organization called the Conservation Fund. So we're very, very pleased with that. And with respect to the electricity consumption, we're forecast to increase our consumption by some 2,670 gigawatt hours a year already today we are producing from our renewable generation facilities over 3,300 gigawatt hours. So we're well positioned in all three commitments to honor them.
That's amazing to hear.
Now, your second part of your question, could we do more? Well, yes, I guess. You know, we could always do more with respect to promoting it, but our corporate culture here at Enbridge is not sort of chest thumping or blowing our own horn. We would like sort of others to judge us and tell us if they think we are being a good corporate citizen.
The three pillars of the Neutral Footprint Program focuses on acre conservation, forest regrowth, and renewable energy generation. The program has already surpassed a great deal of the objectives set forth in 2009. And looking ahead, are there any plans in the works that you would like to see the initiative take to the next level?
Absolutely, yes. I think you'll find today most companies, if they just continue doing the same thing, they're dropping behind because other organizations are surpassing them in various performance parameters. So we're constantly looking to improve and do more. With respect to our neutral footprint program, indeed we are looking at taking it to the next level. We haven't decided what that will be yet. At its simplest form, we could up the ratios. So for every tree we remove, we plant 2. For every acre we impact, we help conserve 2. You know, that sort of thing. To my mind, that's too simple. And I want to think outside of that particular box. And indeed, I am looking forward to your Youth to Business Forum coming up with AIESEC. And I want to challenge your colleagues and students and what will be new graduates into the workforce very soon. I want to challenge them as to what they think we could do to improve our neutral footprint program. So I'm really looking forward to that.
As part of the Neutral Footprint Initiative, Enbridge has developed the Tree for Tree and Acre for Acre programs designed to reclaim areas outside of Enbridge's normal reclamation responsibilities. What was the idea behind creating these two programs, and how do they play into Enbridge's environmental goals as a company?
I think quite simply, it demonstrates our commitment to environmental stewardship. And from our way of thinking, it's just the right thing to do. There's nothing complex or overly strategic about it. It's just, if you damage the environment or use the environment or take it out of its natural use, we feel obligated to somehow counterbalance what we've done. And we selected trees and natural habitat and electricity consumption because we feel that they are probably the most significant environmental sort of impacts that we have in our operations. We are a pipeline company, essentially. We deliver energy. And unlike many other companies that just have a single facility with a few neighbors around them, we are a linear company. We're like a railroad. Our pipelines crisscross the continent. So we literally have millions and millions of neighbors. So keeping our social license to operate is of utmost importance to us. Having projects accepted by communities along our routings, our right-of-way communities, we call them. That's very, very important for getting that social license to operate. So we have a number of social programs as well as environmental programs like the Neutral Footprint to demonstrate to our various stakeholders that we are a responsible company.
Were the three programs the Tree for Tree, Acre for Acre, and
Kilowatt for kilowatt,
and kilowatt for kilowatt, were those always the initial three that Enbridge had in mind, or were there others that were toyed with?
No, those were the three that we launched, and I had a number of meetings with our then president and CEO Pat Daniels, who has since retired, and we came up with those three because they are what we think are the most significant impacts that we have in our business.
As a major pipeline and infrastructure company, Enbridge has connections with many of the exploration and production companies in Canada. What has Enbridge been doing in terms of working with other players in the industry for its environmental sustainability initiatives? And I guess you somewhat alluded to this when you were talking about the fact that as a pipeline company, Enbridge has so many neighbors, so many other clients, and so many other things to consider than a company with just one well or one facility would.
Yeah, right. Well, our customers are the producers of oil, and our job is to transport their product from point A to point B. Point B is generally refineries, right? So they actually are very, very supportive, have been very supportive of our neutral footprint initiatives, because they see the benefits of the public generally, but specifically those people who live in the right-of-way communities, accepting a new pipeline project. Also, I think the producers, those are the owners of the oil, the producers recognize that there's a potential of faster approval for building the project by the regulators because of this program. Among many other things as well, but this helps. And well, you know the old saying, time is money. So if we can build and get into operations quicker, a pipeline, our clients or customers are very, very happy and supportive of that. So neutral footprint, they see it helping.
So how will the Neutral Footprint Initiative carry into future projects such as the Northern Gateway project and expansions into existing pipeline systems for Enbridge?
It's really, our Neutral Footprint Program is part of our standard operating procedure now. It is built into every new project we undertake, including renewable power projects. If a renewable power project has to take over natural habitat or chop down some trees, that they're part of the neutral footprint game as well. So it's the way we do business.
The concept of sustainability in the energy industry is an important one, especially to many students who are looking to build their careers in Calgary. And as we know, the Youth to Business Forum is certainly a key for proactive students in Calgary to engage with industry. So what is Enbridge looking for from future employees in continuing the Neutral Footprint Program and other initiatives?
Well, I think first and foremost, we're looking for prospective employees that have a balanced outlook on life, generally. Balanced in the sense of it's not all hell-bent for profit, but there are environmental and social costs to doing business, and they need to be put into perspective. So that's the type of younger person that we're looking for. Also, Enbridge has core values of integrity, safety, and respect as they apply to the communities and environment in which we operate, as well as how we interact with each other as employees and outside of the company with our various stakeholders. So these core values actually form part of the criteria for selecting and evaluating potential employees.
Enbridge has anything planned to improve the website and its content, just for the neutral footprint, for the dashboard and just the general neutral footprint program?
Yeah, anything on our website is constantly reviewed and evaluated for upgrades. You know, is it working? Is it serving its purpose? So we constantly refresh it. Our Neutral Footprint website now I'm talking about, we refresh it with new stories, take the old ones off and put new ones on. And we will be moving into putting more video on it as well. And who knows, we might be reevaluating the actual dashboard diagrams or infographics and playing with them. Perhaps to make them even more evident as to progress than they illustrate currently.
Sustaining any long-term environmental initiative is crucial, but it's also it's really costly to a company such as Enbridge. Is there anything that Enbridge has in plan to ensure that the neutral footprint initiative remains an important element, to the company's operations, even during harder financial times?
Yeah, a couple of things. One, as I said earlier, it's our standard operating procedure now. It is just the way we approach projects and build them and do business. Secondly, we constantly try and keep ahead of the curve. So we've got more, we've helped conserve more acres than we've actually disturbed so far. Trees, we're a little bit behind, but we're going to be quite a bit ahead in the next 6 weeks. With respect to kilowatt for kilowatt, it's one of the renewables is one of the fastest growing segments of our business. So we're really in a good position on all three counts, I would suggest, and enough to absorb any potential sort of economic downturn. You know, we've got enough surplus trees, acres, kilowatts to hold us steady.